Good evening, everyone. We are back. Welcome to the commentary position. I am Tony, aka G, your host with the most. We are ready for Smackdown Live from Savannah, Georgia. And get this, I have got some insider information for you tonight from the arena. I have somebody who is attending the show tonight, friend of the channel, subscriber, and he's got some tidbits for me that I can't say are going to be on the show tonight, but happen tonight, or perhaps, not really sure yet, but according to my source, at the arena in Savannah tonight. Now we know that we've got two Money in the Bank qualifiers tonight. We got for the men, and then we've got the women, Zelina, Guilia, and Charlotte, and then we've got the tag title match, the Profits against Fraxiom. R-Truth is going to cut a promo on John Cena. Don't know what he's going to say or what's going to happen with that. But according to my source at the arena, Cody Rhodes' bus is there. So maybe Cody tonight. Don't know. Not advertised, but his bus is there. And today is Bray Wyatt's birthday. So the Wyatt Six are backstage at the show in Savannah tonight. So we might see the Wyatts tonight. I don't know if it will be on camera. I don't know if Cody will be on camera. It could be an off-camera thing once the show ends or before the show starts. The hype, I don't know. But I do know for sure Cody Rhodes' bus is there and the Wyatt Six are backstage. I also know, I don't know how hot or loud the crowd's going to be tonight because the arena in Savannah maybe can do close to 10,000 people for wrestling. So if they're jam-packed, it might be about 10,000 tonight. Possibly a little less. So hopefully the crowd is hot and vocal because it sounds like a decent show. And we're going to find out in a few minutes. So we could get the Money in the Bank qualifiers, which sound like they're going to be good. We could get Aleister Black in winning. I wouldn't mind Julie. I mean, Zelina is the U.S. champ. I could see Charlotte being in the match. I don't want Charlotte with the briefcase, of course, but I mean, Julia being in the match would be a good thing. I kind of hope she wins. Tag title match, I don't expect Fraxiom to win yet. I have a video planned soon where I'm going to predict the next champions for all the belts. All the current WWE belts. I'm going to pick who wins them all next. That'll probably be sometime next week. Probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I'll get it up. Pause. Spoiler alert, obviously, Fraxiom is going after the tag belts tonight. I don't think they're going to win tonight. But if they do win tonight, that was going to be my prediction anyway for obvious reasons as to who was going to win the belt next. It's going to be Fraxiom. So it's definitely going to be them. We'll see. So we got a couple minutes before the show starts, so hopefully some people pile in here, and we'll get it going. Yes, Paul. Yep. I don't know if it'll translate to anything specific, but the Wyatts are backstage at the show tonight, and Cody's bus is there. Obviously, he's a Georgia guy, and it's a short drive to Tampa for tomorrow. If he's going to be on the show, and I did say he would be, I did predict that he's gonna. Well, go back to my prediction video from Tuesday night, I think, or was it Wednesday night? That was Wednesday night. Go back to my video from prediction video from Wednesday night. Terry. Terry, I got insider info for the show tonight. I got somebody at the arena attending the show tonight, so I got some interesting tidbits that I announced already when I started. So we're going to find out in a couple minutes here. So yeah. It's not going to be a huge. It's not a huge crowd though. That arena can maybe like packed 10,000 people, packed, and I'm not sure it's going to be that, but probably just under 10,000. So hopefully they're loud and into the show tonight because it seems like a solid show. So we're going to find out here in a minute. That's for sure. Savannah, Georgia. Cody Rhodes country. Because the network special Saturday night's main event is in Tampa. They're in Tampa tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, and Savannah's a short drive, so it kind of makes sense. It's just not going to be a huge ass crowd tonight. That's all. Jeff Cobb and Jacob versus Jimmy and Ray Fenix. Oh boy. Oh, we got Drew and Damian Priest brawling already. Okay. Okay. Starting with Tiffany. Tiffy time. Interesting. That was a good ass match. I'm not gonna lie. People give Nia Jax a lot of shit, and I have in the past, but honestly, Nia's been doing pretty well. I can't take it away from her. Especially with people like Tiffany, she works well with them. So what do we got with Tiffany here? Okay, the crowd's making some noise. She gonna be interrupted? Okay. Oh, Alexa. Okay. Huh. I hate to be a man here, but you know, at the end of the day, I am a man, and I honestly don't think Alexa's ever looked better than she does now. Post child, obviously, and a nice like 2-year break, but this is somewhat interesting. Tiffany, what are you wearing, girl? Good gracious. Uh huh. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Oh God, not Charlotte. Please, God, no, not Charlotte. Why Charlotte? Charlotte out here looking like the Wicked Witch of the West lampshade. I'm not even like, what is that? That robe, I swear, it's like Elton John's curtains. It's just oof. Brutal. Oh dear God. Oh no, please God, please don't give it to Charlotte. Nobody wants to see that. Okay. It was okay. Wait, what the hell is this? Oh, it's time for the qualifier. Charlotte versus Zelina. Oh. All right. Commercial and then Money in the Bank qualifier. We shall see. We shall see. bad thing about all this TV crap. Just so damn many commercials. It's kind of nutty. Can we get to the match or what? Another PLE in 2 weeks, and then another one 3 weeks after that. Hey, I like Arby's. Where's the? Let's get the sponsorship going. Thanks, champion. Well, this could be interesting. I'm not sure how they all work stylistically, but I guess we're going to find out. Okay. Little Julia Charlotte face off here. not sure about the men's qualifier. I don't know. Shinsuke's not winning. I can tell you that for sure. There's no way Shinsuke's winning. It probably going to be LA Knight, but I mean, but I could also see Alistair winning and Shinsuke and LA Knight have like a mini feud for some reason. I don't. Again, I would rather not, but maybe. Or Shinsuke just cut that promo and is in this match just because of that little bit of continuity that they had a little feud over the U.S. title, so he's going to target LA Knight, and then after the match, because I know Shinsuke's contract is up soon, so it might be, for all I know, they're not going to renew his contract, and this is the last we'll ever see of him. Which I think is very likely, but no. All right, they're all outside. Zelina with a moonsault. Okay, not bad. Well, at least we're doing picture-in-picture, not full-on commercial. Even though I have to pee. They're back in the ring here. A bit slow-paced. Kind of surprised. There could be a little bit more movement with them, but, you know. Like I said, it's a first for the three of them, so I'm not really expecting a clinic because they haven't really all had an opportunity to mesh stylistically in the ring, so I'm not going to fault them for sort of slowing it down a little bit. I mean, I want Giulia to win the match, but I just have I don't know. They're trying to play some kind of story where, like, Charlotte is just, like, since she got back, she's just kind of tanking out to come back up. I'm okay with that because at least in the meantime, she's kind of putting other people over, but I'm not going to be shocked one bit if she gets put into the match. I mean, God help us if she wins it. Please, Lord, no. But Alexa seems like a better candidate to win it than Charlotte. Or maybe Roxy. I wouldn't hate that either. But Rhea, although technically Rhea doesn't need it, but, you know, if for some reason Rhea gets, like, moved and, you know, Bianca turns or they want to continue that feud into a title match at some point, maybe. If you want to do Rhea and Bianca as like a major WrestleMania type match, somebody's got to move. mean, you already got Roxy on Raw and Julia on SmackDown. I mean, you could move Rhea, but I think Raw would want to keep her. I would think they'd want to keep her on there. But I have an idea. When I do that prediction video for who's the next champions, I have an idea for that. Because the Judgment Day is going to break up, and it might be different than everybody thinks it's going to be. And I have an idea for the women's tag titles, since they're obviously not getting rid of them yet. That could boost both divisions. I know some. I think something. I'm not really sure there's anybody on Raw you could move to SmackDown and then like bring Stephanie up for Raw. Although it would make sense for Stephanie to be on Raw, but like who would you move to like match it? Jordan maybe when she's ready. Jordan Grace could be on SmackDown, and that would be fine. This is not awesome, but it ain't bad. Huh. I thought it was closer to 9 already, so. Not too impressive so far. Not awful, but oh, thank God. Yeah, it's not terrible. I don't love this. It's not bad, but I don't love it. Oh, Code Red. Okay. How long has this been going on? Okay, about 15 minutes ish, not including introductions. Well, actually, including introductions. To the knee. Giulia does win, thank goodness. Good. Good. Giulia won. I like it. That looks like a hell of a so far. That looks like a hell of a match. Giulia, Roxy, Alexa, and Rhea. 2 more to go, but damn. Huh. DIY promo. I like this new thing from DIY. It's black and gold attitude. They need that because this tag division is heating up, cooking. It's been cooking for a bit. Fraxiom is helping a lot to do that, but it's still cooking. Sabin versus Ciampa. Okay. Quick pee break. Be right back. Oh, God. Oh, that's better. Lordy. See if my source at the show has any information for me. What? Everybody knows I stream, and yet come on, stupid plug. All the technical shit. I swear sometimes it's a bigger pain in my ass than it needs to be. You go back through this after, if you missed anything or want to see anything, I'm going to include timestamps for the majority of the moments of this, but I'm not going to literally nitpick every minute and like take out commercials because I'm just not. But for all the chapters, for whatever I deem worth making a chapter to go back and rewatch or whatever it is later on, is going to include commercials. I'm not going to like have 800 chapters in this to take them out. I'm just not. Hey, what do we got going on here? We got the Chelsea and the Hervice attacking Zelina, and Michin and VFAB getting involved. 6-woman tag. Sure. I mean, hey, you're filling the show with wrestling, so I guess you can't. Yeah, Paul, I know. They are a good idea. They are a smart idea. Especially if you want to consider any rewatchability, like after the show's over, because I'm not gonna do a super long review of the show once it's done. Just a quick little quick little review of anything major that happened during before I go off the air. But yeah, all the little major points will have chapters if you want to go back to that specific part. Delilah. Uh, yeah, yeah, it's going all right. At least there's a lot of actual wrestling on this show, so it makes it easier to do a 3+ hour stream when there's lots of actual wrestling and not just filler and fluff and backstage stuff. Like they're packing. I mean, it's 45 minutes in, and they're packing a good bit into this already, and there's still uh, that match, that women's tag match that was just added, the tag title match, the other men's qualifier, Jacob and Jeff Cobb, or JC Mateo as they call him. I don't really love that name. Against, yeah, I don't know. Still, at the very least, a lot of wrestling on this show, which I don't hate because if SmackDown's going to be looked at as the B show, and Raw is going to have more of the moments and promos and talking points and big show presentation, then SmackDown should be the show where all the rest where you know I don't want to say all, but more wrestling happens, and that's kind of the formula they've been using recently, which is exactly why SmackDown has been better lately than it's been in a while. Is because they're actually focusing more on actual in-ring wrestling, the graps, as they say, as opposed to much anything else, because they kind of need to. Because what they've got going right now is you know, they've got the women, they've got the tag division's hot, the U.S. title division's hot with Jacob with the belt, and all of the bigger names are going after it because they're not going after Cena because you don't see Cena much, and Cody's not back, and Roman, who the hell knows? And since Backlash, you haven't seen Randy either. So, focus on the mid card titles, focus on the tag belts, focus on the women, focus on the in ring product itself, as opposed to anything else. And you've got a good show, and you fill 3 hours with that. And lately, it's been much better. So, at least it's got that going for it, where it's more quality wrestling than not, and not a lot of fluff, and that's okay. You kind of have to work with what you got, and that's the mid card. That's the women's division, both belts. You're focusing on those, no problem there. The U.S. title and putting big names in it, no problem there. You know, you're mixing in Money in the Bank qualifiers. The tag division is on SmackDown is arguably nuclear hot right now, especially since Fraxiom showed up. So now the tag belts are a big deal because Raw's tag belts are not, because they only have 3 teams. For now, a 4th is coming, I believe. So at least we're getting good wrestling on SmackDown, and they're filling the 3 hours better now than they have. And there's no indication that, as of yet, because what they said before was, early June, SmackDown was going back to 2 hours, and Triple H himself has said eventually it's going back to 2 hours. And the belief was, early June. As of right now, no, it's not going back to 2 hours, at least that soon. When? I don't know. They could do, they could have a much tighter show in 2 hours than they do 3, but at least lately they've been able to make the 3 hours count, and it's been a solid show overall. And not like, halfway through, Lord Jesus, I'm going to fall asleep because there's nothing really happening. And you're lacking Cena, Cody, Roman. Don't know where Randy is. I mean, Randy hasn't been gone long, but he hasn't shown up since Backlash. Obviously, you're not getting Cena. Possibly could be Cody tonight. Like I said, my source at the arena, who's at the show, says Cody's bus is there, so who knows. But they also said, it's Bray Wyatt's birthday, so the Wyatt 6 are backstage too. So could we get them tonight? Maybe. Maybe they get involved in the tag division, something like that. I don't know. Maybe they can get involved in the U.S. title division and go after. I mean, realistically, not with Jacob with the belt, because none of them can beat him. But certainly, the tag division, whether Alexa joins them or not, the women's division, that could be the women's tag division if she is with them. Alexa and Nikki go for the tag belts so that the Wyatts can kind of be on both shows, or at least sort of float between the two of them. That would be good. Nothing wrong with extra people because they could certainly use it. And like I said, the Wyatts in the tag division, that's already approaching it, at least approaching nuclear hot right now, would be good. Because the tag belts and the U.S. belt could basically carry the show until Cena loses the belt, the title belt. Which probably, I think, is going to be like SummerSlam. But, I mean, they could hold off till Survivor Series, maybe. But, assuming, Cody's not going to be involved in the War Games match, they could wait that long. But I kind of have a feeling like SummerSlam, but Cody takes the belt. But, I mean, if they really want to, push Cody towards WrestleMania, you could have Punk beat Cena for the belt at, SummerSlam, and Punk on SmackDown, and Punk holds the belt till WrestleMania, and you get Cody and Punk. And in theory, your 2 main events, because you're probably not getting Rock and Roman, although I guess you could possibly get it. But under that presumption, your night 1 and 2 main events for WrestleMania 42 could be Punk and Cody for the Undisputed title, and Seth and Sammy for the world title. Assuming you don't get Rock and Roman. If you get Rock and Roman, then more than, I don't know. With those two, they'd want a main event, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't see it, but it's possible. mean, low keys, Ciampa and Sabin are putting on a bit of a banger here. Sorry for like the rant there, but about the state of Smackdown and whatnot, but kind of ignored the match a little bit, but I don't mind this little DIY machine guns mini feud or whatever it is to try to get in line for the belts. That was springboard crossbody. That shit was tight. Okay. This is awesome, Chan. It's been good. I mean, the wrestling's good on SmackDown. It has been lately, so there's literally nothing to complain about with the grabs. Ciampa faking an injury here. Ciampa's faking a knee injury here. Candice just got involved. Yep. Candice just got involved and cost Sabin the match. Well, it's good to see Candice on the screen. Nah, they're not going to shock tonight. They could, but I don't think it's tonight. They don't need. They shouldn't be doing the hot potato thing with the tag belts. I do. Fraxiom are definitely winning the belts, but I don't think it's going to be tonight. They'll get very close and lose, and then maybe, you know, if none of them are involved in Money in the Bank, which I don't think any of them will, at Money in the Bank, they get another shot and win it there. Or the Friday after, if they want that to be like a big week, they'll win it there. Night of Champions at the latest. Fraxiom's winning those belts at the in a month, but I don't think they're winning tonight. Another commercial. Oh, the mural. Yep. Yeah, it's an 8-panel wall mural. I wish it was a friggin' painting. Shit. I'd have that damn thing framed and mounted somewhere, but appreciate that though. Oh, I totally would. I mean, if you look over You saw the posters up over there by the TV. It totally vibes with my middle-aged nerd aesthetic, at least in this room. Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is the greatest wrestler who ever lived, in my opinion. It's just, yeah, I know. I mean, everybody has their opinion, but oh, Brett. I mean, if you're talking about pure in ring, yes, of course. Brett's easily top 5. You could argue he's 3, probably no lower than 3. He's probably 3. You could argue 2, but like it'd be hard to put him above Michaels and Flair. Still Shawn. Still Shawn. Macho Man is. I mean, I wouldn't hate anybody for putting Macho Man on like their Mount Rushmore, but I mean, he's not on mine. But I mean, Macho Man is, of course, everybody knows who he is. He's a friggin' legend. He's very underrated in the ring. Very underrated. Very underrated. Especially his ring psychology. Very underrated. But I wouldn't put him top. I don't think I could put him top 5 either. Truthfully. I couldn't even put him top 5 in just the general GOAT conversation. I couldn't. If you were just talking about GOATs in just period in general, I couldn't even put him top 5. Yeah, he was a little. He wasn't quite as out there in real life as he was, like in ring, but his promos were phenomenal. They were great. They were great. He knew how to, like I said, it's that psychology. He knew how to get you emotionally invested in whatever he was doing, even when he was injured or like I don't know, remember when it was if you that. So I could see Macho Man top 10. I could see him top 10. I'd have to think on it, but oh Lord. Well, I'm old as shit. I mean, to some people. Wow. Growing up, probably. Wow, that's a tough one, man. Okay, well, I mean, I'll be 49 next month, so I mean that's tough. The Heart Foundation, the Legion of Doom, Demolition. It's tough. It's tough. They all had me. If you want to count the Four Horsemen, I suppose, but that's tough. They were all really good. So it's tough. I couldn't say one for sure. Oh, they were great. I love them. Demolition was awesome. And the theme music was great too. What do we got here? Well, I suppose McIntyre was supposed to be talking here, and him and Priest are brawling. So I guess we're not going to get that promo. I mean, with all this brawling and all this stuff that they're doing, that steel cage match tomorrow better be. I mean, I know they're not going to probably bleed because it's on NBC, but network special. But that match better be a banger because they're building it up to be one. Mm. Well, while they talk, let me give a. I saw it was up as high as 12. At 7 right now, so appreciate everybody who's watched. If not subbed, I hope you hit the sub button, hit the like. Oh, that's true. That's true, Chris. That is very true. I don't know if he's going to be there tomorrow. I don't think they've announced that he's going to be on or not. I hope he does. Hey, Chris, if you're not subbed or whatever, hit that sub button, brother. I'm glad to have you. Glad to have the chats. Talk shop, you know. By all means, if you want to. Well, I mean, he has been on the Saturday night's main events, but I don't know about like his health situation or his or anything like that. But they haven't announced him as being there. So I know he's been on other ones, but I don't know about this one. I hope so. I appreciate that, brother. Um. Well, I know Priest is. I know Priest is banged up. I don't know. I don't know if it's bad enough for him to take time off or anything like that. But I think at was it Backlash? Yeah, it was Backlash. I think Priest or McIntyre got a concussion from that. So I don't know how hurt he actually is. Yeah. Fab. Sorry, I'm taking notes for to put chapters in this after the stream. So anybody who wants to who missed something or missed a beat can just easily go to that part of it. I don't know. The Hervice is kind of growing on me a little bit. He can't turn his head to the left. I have not heard that. I have not heard that. I don't know if he's got. Don't know if he's got like if it's like a Pinchner thing or that was like an addition to the possible concussion. I don't know. If that's true and he needs, a bit of a short break, then although I already then Priest should win tomorrow, and then Drew could take 2 or 3 weeks off. If that's true, but I already did. Wednesday, I did my predictions for tomorrow night's show, and I predicted Priest wins barely by like a second. Like they both try to get it like over the cage or out, and Priest gets him by like a second, hits the floor. That's what I called. So it would make more sense now if McIntyre is more banged up and needs a little bit of a break, a couple weeks or something like that. Just a couple weeks off. Whether I don't know what it is, if it's a pinched nerve or something like that, that's the easiest way to do it. Just have Priest win, and then McIntyre doesn't show up for a couple weeks because he's not in a Money in the Bank qualifier, so he's not going to be in that match. So they may not need him on the Money in the Bank card. Just keep him out till after. I mean, yeah, just like he probably should be involved with Jacob and the U.S. title if he's going to stay on SmackDown. Otherwise, move him back to Raw and put him in the Intercontinental title race. He could mix it up with Seth in that group, especially if like Sammy possibly turns, which I don't think is going to happen, or Punk goes after Cena, so he's kind of out of that story temporarily, especially if Punk's going to win the title, which is possible. They would need somebody to replace him to go against the group. That could be Priest. I don't know. I mean, for all I know, the way they book things, for all I know, Seth and his group have something to do, because of Heyman, have something to do with The Rock, which could tie into Cena. Who the hell knows? Who knows? I mean, I don't think I could see Priest and Drew going like 3 matches, even though Priest has had his one-ups a little bit, but they've had one actual match. Drew won. They were in the Backlash Fatal 4-Way, and they kind of took each other out. I wouldn't call that a win for Priest. So if they're thinking about extending this to a 3rd match, then Priest needs to win tomorrow. And if Drew needs to take a little bit of time off, 2 or 3 weeks or something like that, it would be pointless for him to win and then disappear for 2 or 3 weeks or a month or something like that. Priest should win, which I called anyway. Well, yeah. Yeah, he had nothing to do with it. His excuse was lame, but because he's been doing pre-production for a Martin Scorsese movie, and I think he's doing some stuff for that MMA fighter biography movie he did, doing press and stuff like this. So of course he wasn't going to show up. They just shouldn't have done that whole Cody Soul crap, or thinking he was going to show up to help Cena win the title. They shouldn't even have given a hint that he was going to do that, because it wasn't going to happen. Nah, no. I'm not buying the whole. They've known each other for like 30 years. I don't buy it for a second that there's like legit behind the scenes hate. I think this is just gonna. If The Rock comes back and is involved in any kind of story or a match or anything to do like that, I think this is just a way to work it in where like Rock could be behind the Seth group and then to like, take over the company and take the company in a different direction, and Triple H doesn't want that. So it's sort of like I guess you could say like it could be like a WWE Civil War thing where like, The Rock represents the board of directors and Triple H represents the company in a different way. And it's like Rock has his guys and Triple H has his guys, and that could lead to like war games where it's like Triple H's guys against Rock's guys. I don't really think either. I don't really think there is. There could be a mild bit of tension just because of what happened and the way WrestleMania was booked, but I don't think it's what people are saying it is. Where like Triple H is at odds with the board of directors, and Triple H could be replaced at some point, and Triple H and The Rock hate each other or any of that kind of crap. No, I don't believe that. No. I do believe that, like, the whole idea of what they did at Elimination Chamber was open to something at WrestleMania, and I just think they put themselves into a corner where The Rock wasn't going to show up, and they had no backup plan, or they didn't come up with a backup plan if The Rock wasn't going to be there, because the idea was for Cody to turn, and Cody himself said no. And then that's when Triple H said, well, what about Cena? And it was like, okay, well, they agreed if the two of them agreed that if Cena said yes, then they would go that way. And Cena said yes, which is why we got what we got now. It's just, if Rock really had no shot of being able to show up after Elimination Chamber, it should have been known beforehand, and they should have booked a backup plan for WrestleMania besides making Cody look weak and Travis Scott. They could have booked a backup plan, something, someone to get involved, anything that would have been better than what we got. And I think they just put themselves into a corner and hoped until practically the last minute that The Rock would show up. And when he didn't, they just went with what they had and had no backup plan. Well, I mean, considering he hasn't really been around since Elimination Chamber, and he's training to get in the ring, so he's probably, this is not the last we've seen of him, and there very well could be some sort of match at Money in the Bank or Night of Champions, possibly Money in the Bank, where it's Cena and Travis Scott against like Cody and somebody, maybe Bad Bunny, like, them and a celebrity, or like a 6-person match. Maybe after tomorrow night, R-Truth stays on Cena's side and like turns and just is like a Cena lackey and just refuses to, change Cena's mind or change the way he thinks about Cena, and so he just sort of helps him and agrees to be his partner, and it's Cena, Truth, and Travis Scott against God knows who, Cody and somebody. I would think so. I think Rock's got probably like. I think Rock's probably got like 2 matches left in him. I would think, and if he does have 2 more in him before he's done, I would think one is Roman and one is Cody. He's been wanting Cody for 2 years. So I would think if he can do it, he wants Cody and wants one with Roman. It's just a question of can he? So maybe. Maybe next WrestleMania it's Rock and Roman. Or Rock Roman doesn't happen at a WrestleMania, but it happens at, a SummerSlam or a Survivor Series or something else that is like a huge thing, or a stadium show, or a 2-night event where they can be a main event, but it's still a huge deal. So I'm not ruling it out. It's still possible. It could very well be 42. Like that's the plan, is Rock and Roman. I just think, would they main event is the question. Are their egos so much that they would have to main event one night, when I think Punk and Cody should be one main event, and Seth and Sammy for a belt should be the other main event. That's just my opinion. So I don't know. We don't even know where Mania 42 is yet, because they canceled New Orleans. So we don't know if we're getting Vegas again or what. Do you live in New York? It might be just because of the money and it's like a business hub or whatever it is for TKO and whatnot. I could see it probably happening again. So could be. Bro, if you live in New York, you should go to SummerSlam at MetLife for that 2-night thing. You should absolutely do that. Oh, here we go. Hey man, you know what, man? If I was there, I would go. I've got a source at the show, so. Oh, Jacob's basically a top player now. He just can't get into the title picture right now because of Cena. That's all. Yeah. By the way, Chris, if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, I have somebody who's actually at Smackdown tonight. Like, he's in the arena. And he said, yeah, it's rough. It's an embarrassment of riches, to be honest with you. It's not a bad problem to have, but I have somebody who's actually in Savannah, Georgia tonight for the show, and he told me Cody's bus is there, and because it's Bray's birthday, the WYATT 6 are backstage. I don't know if that's going to translate to anything in the next hour and a half, but they're there. I literally don't know if it's going to mean anything tonight, but they're there. So maybe they do something once the show goes off the air, off camera. I don't know. Or maybe if, like, because R-Truth's going to talk about Cena, whatever, maybe Cody comes out during that, and that's your Cody appearance. Because I think Cody's going to be in Tampa tomorrow because they're there the next 3 days. He's going to do something, and I think it's going to be tomorrow night. So he could very well come out tonight, talk to Truth. Truth don't listen, and then Truth gets obliterated tomorrow night, and Cody saves him. Well, they could have technically, some of them could have been on, but I guess I don't know if they, with Alexa not being back yet, and Bo was hurt, so they just kept him off the air. But Bo's okay now. No. Alexa won't replace Nikki. Alexa would be part of it. Nikki wouldn't get kicked out. Alexa would be part of it. She would join them because she's connected to Bray, so she would join them. They wouldn't kick Nikki out. So yeah, she wouldn't replace. She would join a group, a bigger deal, and then her and Nikki could tag. If Alexa's not going to get the briefcase, her and Nikki could be a team and take the tag belts, and then the Wyatts could have some sort of presence at both shows. So, like, if they won the women's tag belts, they could be on both shows, and then the Wyatts themselves, so I don't know. I think that's more likely. She might not join them now, but I don't see how she doesn't join them because she's like 60-70% leaned into the character that she had when she was with Bray, and she's holding the doll, and she's acting like a Wyatt to a certain degree. So I don't see how she doesn't have some involvement with them. Like, I don't see why she would be doing this separate from them and have nothing to do with them. It makes no sense. Yeah. Yeah, he was under 40. It's just weird because it wasn't like, it wasn't like, he didn't take his own life. Wasn't like a drug overdose or something like that. It was just tragic. He was under 40. He was under 40. Like, it's just tragic. That's shit like that happens. And that's me saying that, and I'm closer to 50 than 40, so that's crazy. But Bo's doing a good job of carrying on the legacy. They just need to be on friggin' TV. Like, I think the WYATT 6 is great. It's just they just need to be actually on TV. No. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, and Pagano against Legado del Fantasma at Worlds Collide. Well, that'll be on the schedule. That'll be on the stream schedule. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I could probably show, like, 10, 15 seconds in a clip, but if I actually had the show, like, picture in picture on here, yeah, I would get, WWE would get my video, get this taken down. So I've got it on, and, I don't think the volume can be heard, but it's enough for me to hear and see. And if any of it leaks through, it isn't enough to get a copyright because of the music and whatnot. Yeah, you can't. I know there are other YouTubers who cover wrestling who at least have, when they do like reactions and whatnot, they do all audio. And because they're streaming, they don't get taken down because YouTube demonetizes the stream from ad revenue, but these people all get hella views and memberships and like super chats, and they have sponsorships for their streams and whatnot, so they don't care that those streams get demonetized because they're still making money regardless. I'm not at that point yet. I don't have enough watch hours for memberships and super chats yet. So I have the subs for it. It's 500 the benchmark. I have that. I'm almost at 550. So, but you have to have the watch hours, and I don't. At the rate I'm going, I'll probably hit that watch hour mark shortly before I hit the mark for just full on monetization. So it almost won't even matter. But I am looking at like a small, like into some small sponsorships possibly. I mean, I'm doing well. I'm doing okay viewership wise. I'm doing okay hour wise. I've had for such a small channel, I've had a few recorded videos or live streams do pretty decent. And, when I started, I had like no social media presence, no social media advertising. 2 months ago, I started like the first week of March with like word of mouth, basically. Basic word of mouth. Like I just told people I knew, who would support, people I knew who were wrestling fans. It's like, hey, you know what? Oh, it means, um, like for YouTube, for uh, to have YouTube memberships so that you could have like members only chat, members only streams, whatever perks that go along with that, and then like super chats where people, if your chat is jumping and somebody wants to make sure their message is read or just support whatever it is, like they could pay for those. You need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, like on all your videos, streams, videos, whatever. I don't have that yet, but for like full on ad revenue monetization for videos, streams, YouTube Shorts, all those kind of things, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in total. And apparently, for some people, that's not that hard to get. I'm having a problem with that. So, like, my watch hours my views are good for 2 months in, and considering how many subscribers I have, my views overall are good. that's all ahead of schedule. That's all. I'm in a really good place there. But like watch hour time wise, I'm probably not where I should be. So yeah, well that's just big. Those are just bigger name people. I'm not there yet. I mean, I'm never going to be like a million subscribers. I'm not. I'm not looking at it that way. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not looking at this as being like because I just enjoy doing this, and I've been a wrestling fan my entire life, so I just find this to be fun. So I'm not looking at this as the sort of thing where I want to make $20,000 a month, where I have to pay $50,000 in tax at the end of the year. I'm not looking at it that way in terms of making that kind of money. If I can get myself monetized, period, maybe get some sort of small sponsorship and make like a few $100s a month off this, I would consider that a massive success, and I'm good. Honestly, if I can get to that point where it feels like it's worth all the time and effort at that point to do it, I'm good. I don't need to make a lot of money off of this, and that's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing this to make a lot of money. As far as every show, yes. So far, I do every Raw. I do every Smackdown. I do every PLE or Saturday Night's Main Event, Network Special, whatever it is. I do all those, and you know, I'll be branching out. I'm going to try to branch out, do some NXT coverage, um, things like that. I do pay attention to AEW. I'm not like a tribalist. I just don't pay as much attention to it. I will probably get to some AEW stuff eventually. It's a time thing. It's a time thing. So, plus I got a ton of ideas for things that aren't live shows to either stream or record, like just fun stuff to do. Whether I do it live or record it, I'm not sure. To post up as more content, because a couple of streams a week and a PLE once a month is going to cut it for getting the top where I need to want to go. So I do need to add more content. So I do need to start covering more stuff, and I just need to come up with some fun ideas for like content to do in a live stream, whether the audience interacts with it or just some things to record to put up. Prediction things. I've got like a trivia idea. I've got like a who's going to win, who's going to be the next champion for like every belt in the company. Like predict it. I'm thinking about doing that. I've got an idea of like most likely to, and a bunch of scenarios, like do that live or record it to post it up. And then like try to find time to branch out to do a little bit of AEW, to do NXT, those kind of things. It's just right now with my schedule as it is, time wise, I've got to make the most of what I got. So, but I've got, I plan on having 4 or 5 things a week up, whether they're recorded or live. I'm going to try to do 4 or 5 a week. And right now, it's helpful that, I've got Saturday Night's Main Event tomorrow night, so I did the prediction video. I did Raw. I'm doing tonight. I'm doing tomorrow. I might do Battleground, NXT Battleground on Sunday. It depends on how I feel, how tired I am, because it might be the only day I actually have like completely off to do nothing. So I might not do it. We'll see. And then, like I said, we have Money in the Bank and Night of Champions in June. on top of the show. So we'll see. I'm gonna do as much as I possibly can because two streams a week isn't gonna cut it. Not just for me, but for the time, the watch time I need. It's just not gonna cut it. I need more stuff. So there'll be a lot more coming. For 2 months in, I've got a decent amount of stuff now. This is like the 64th video or stream that I've done in just over 2 months. So I'm not, in total, I'm not too bad, but I need to start doing more every week. I can't just have like two things, two streams, and then like on a PLE week, I do predictions and then the PLE. So that week I have 4. I should probably be doing 4 things a week at least. And I've got ideas and, maybe do some collaboration stuff with somebody who might want to collab. I'm going to look into that. We'll see. I got some things on the burner. It's just a time management thing. I have to just figure that out. And software and just computer stuff. I just got to put that all together. I'm doing pretty well and I'm learning on the fly. So I'm improving for sure. So, like I was going up and now I'm kind of like that post WrestleMania, like honeymoon is kind of over where like I'm kind of hitting like the 70 mark for Monday and Friday live streams, regardless of how good the show is. I think tonight's going to be better because tonight's been pretty good. My prediction videos that I put up Wednesday for tomorrow is at around 300 views. I don't know what the time is, but I'm getting there. I just got to get more eyes on me, more subs, more people to watch more regularly, and I'll be all right. The time will go up. That's the big thing. I just need, if I'm going to be live streaming, I just need to get more people to watch more regularly and more often. Stick around longer. And that'll be good. And then, like I said, doing the prediction videos and those type of things and adding chapters should help me get more views overall and people to view more because whatever, they don't have to cycle through a video to get to a certain part that they might want to watch or you'll listen to because that's the specific part of the video they might want to hear. Now with the chapters thing that I've got nailed out, they can just watch that part and it'll be fine because the average view time will go up when it's not high now. So there's no way Ray and Jimmy are winning this match. I don't see any way they're going to win this. Hey, no problem, brother. Don't forget, Saturday night's main event tomorrow night. If you're around, I'll be on. So, no way. tour the islands. Well, have a good night, brother. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. I'll be here. Okay, interesting. Nah. Yeah. What is saying? Yeah. Okay, R-Truth is coming out to talk. Ugh. Quick break. What the fuck? What the friggin' hell is going on here? Come on, bro. I need to get some water. This is bullshit. All right, let me get my water. Jesus, I'm gonna be a hooker right now. R-Truth. R-Truth. All right, what does Truth have to say here? All right, Truth, what's up? Huh. Okay, Truth. True. R-Truth spitting truth. Boy, Truth is killing. You stopped having fun. That's true. Truth is cooking. Nope. Just saw him. Tell him Truth. Ooh, I like that. but I will. There you, hey, he cooking. R-Truth is cooking. Wow, R-Truth fucking cooked right there. Holy shit. Bravo. That might I think that's the best promo he's ever cut in WWE. That was great. That was absolutely great. Wow. That was really good. That was really good. That's a pro's pro right there. Now that's an R-Truth I could get behind. That was great. That was great. Wow. Money in the Bank qualifier. Wonder how much. I mean, there's 2 matches. I wonder how much time we're gonna get. Okay. That's solid. more hour. 2 matches that I'm aware of. Surprised I didn't see Will. Haven't seen Will tonight. I mean, they could push this till the end of the show with entrances and whatnot, and just have these 2 matches and entrances, commercials, and that's it. Whew. All right, Money in the Bank qualifier. It's not going to be Nakamura. Is it going to be Alistair or is it going to be LA Knight? I hope we're not going back to the Nakamura LA Knight well where they're feuding. I really don't. I hope not. What is this about? Ooh, are we going to get a Money in the Bank qualifier with the 3 of them? What are we getting here? I want Naomi to win it. That's the God's honest truth. I want Naomi to win it. Jade, Nia, Naomi, Money in the Bank qualifier. There you go. Okay. All right. It's a shame they don't do more with Nakamura because he's still all right in the ring, and that entrance is pretty good. So it's like, Speaking of Cash App, yeah. And here we go. I don't know about perennial rival on that one. Never thought I'd see LA Knight and Aleister Black, but here we are. Ooh. Okay. Okay, not bad. Better not solid start. Definitely an odd style thing going on, but I don't hate it. Hold on a second. I'm having some sort of technical difficulty here, and I don't know why. Oh, definitely, Paul. Truth was friggin' absurd. It was great. Truth was very, very good. Like I said, I definitely can make the argument that since he's been in WWE, that was his best promo ever. Despite his presentation and character for years now, that was really good. That was really, really good. I bought it. I believed every second of it. I believed every word. It was like it all made sense. Like he killed it. Absolutely killed it. I mean, honestly, if you want to talk about like the best part of the show to this point was that R-Truth promo. R-Truth was great. Oh shit! I needed that water. R-Truth was outstanding. Outstanding. Wow. Okay, LA Knight. Shinsuke breaks it up, of course. Please don't go back to this feud. Please, please don't go back to this. I don't want to see this again. I don't. He seems to be focused on Knight, and I don't want that. I don't want this feud again. I do not. I don't. Oh. Oh. Look, that looks a little stiff. No weirdness intended there. No way Alistair eats a pin here. No, just no. Oh, Knight moved. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but can't say. Yeah, they redid it. They redid the spot. Okay. Solid. DDT. Knight's up. Is he going for the elbow? Kinshasa. Oh, grabs the ropes. Okay. Interesting. Black Mass. Okay. I didn't expect that. Okay. Kinshasa miss. Black Mass on Nakamura. LA Knight throws Aleister Black out of the ring and takes the pin. It's not LA Knight winning. That's the thing. I kind of figured Aleister wasn't going to be there yet. Although it wouldn't have been a huge shocker if he did. But I hate this pairing. I do. I hate it. True. I am. Boss him. I don't hate it. I don't like them together, but I don't hate that. It's not going to last, but I don't hate that part of it at least. We are off him. It's not awful. It's really not awful. It's not awful. So they're going to promo a match for tomorrow night that has nothing to do with SmackDown. Okay. Can't they just focus on something SmackDown related? Why do they need to video pack? I know. Show tomorrow. I get it, but like, do we need a video package on it tonight? Now? I mean, obviously it's a time killer, and then the tag title match is getting the rest of the show apparently. But if like Carmelo's in a qualifier match next week. With who? Who exactly is there left to put in the match? Because obviously the women's qualifier match, that's all top end. So I don't know. Who's in the match with Carmelo? Uh-huh. And again, I was told by somebody at the show, Cody's bus is there, and no Cody. It's Bray's birthday. The Wyatt 6 are at the show, and no Wyatts. I don't know. Fuck. All right. All right. So I guess it's something that somebody who didn't watch might want to see. I guess. So well, it's almost 10:30, so I guess we get this. We get maybe one more backstage thing. We get entrances, the tag title match, and there's your show. Yeet. They really added a match at the last second. Really? Fuck's sake. Of course, I do a prediction video 2 days ago, and they add a random match the night before. Of course they do. So 2 matches are going to get some time, and that's it. Oh, here comes Jealous Solo. He smiles and walks away after he says it. Okay, well, who's the third person in the qualifier, though? Jacob and Carmelo, but who's the third? Are they going to put somebody? I don't even know. I could put like Andrade or Humberto or something in the match, and like, because they really want to add to the drama, they put Jacob in the match. They're going to put Jacob in the match. They're going to put Jacob in Money in the Bank and not defend. Although I guess it depends on the third person. If they could put Carmelo in the match, because Carmelo would make the ladder match more fun, but so would Jacob. So I have no idea who the third person is. I don't know. Oh, God, 10:30. I mean, solid show, but man, these 3-hour ones they're a bit much. We still got. We don't literally have a half hour because they're not going to go off the air at 11, and they got entrances and all that. So at this rate, they'll get 15 to 18 minutes. Unless if the WYATTs are there, maybe they go 10, 12, and then the lights go out and they all get the shit beat out of them. Oh, maybe. I mean, if you're going to have some off-camera thing with them or some off-camera thing with Cody after the show, the camera goes off. I mean, they've done that social media type of crap where they did something that wasn't on camera, like during the show. Could they record something for before tomorrow where like Cody talks the truth or something? I don't fucking know. Maybe. I mean, I don't care. I mean, if the Wyatts are there, why are they there? If they're not going to ship up here, why are they there? According to my person who's actually at the show, they're there. And they haven't been shown during commercial or before the show or anything like that. So why are they there? So like I don't know. Why are they there if they're not going to show? I mean, I'll have to ask him after. I don't know. According to him, they're there and they've done nothing. No show, no nothing before the show, nothing off camera. So why are they there? Because it wouldn't make any sense for them to show up tomorrow at Saturday night's main event. So why are they there if they're not going to show up? That part I don't get. I don't know. I can't have my network stream crash. Don't want that. I have no friggin' idea. I don't want to. I'm not going to ask, but. Where? What they? Oh, Knoxville next week. Okay, Bianca back next week too. Yep. I called. See, fucking Andrade. I figured they'd throw Andrade in there. So is Carmelo actually going to win, or is it going to be Jacob to further that? That's going to be great. Nia, Jade, and Naomi. Qualifier. That's going to be great. That's going to be great. Oh, John Cena on SmackDown next week? Wow. Okay. All that and Bianca back too? All right. Next week SmackDown looking solid. $243. All right. Make sure I got that timestamp set. All right, here we go. Oh, God. Oh. Ugh, my eyes hurt and I got to do this again tomorrow night. Crapola. Whew. Wow, Fraxiom got an abbreviated entrance there. What time is it? I don't know. They're getting the rest of the show and they wasted the Wyatts being there, or it's going to be abbreviated and the Wyatts are going to show up. I've been told the Wyatts are there for some reason, and nothing has happened. So, well, let's go. 10:38. We got about 20 minutes left of the show ish. So, probably 2 commercial breaks on them. Probably. That's scheduled for one fall. And it's for WWE Team Championships, bro. That's it? 365 combined? That's it? Shit. Tag Team Champions. Test for the Street Profit. I hope they don't do 2 commercial breaks before the end of the show. I mean, I guess if they do, I hope one's picture to picture. But all right. They're talking. No offense to the boy in Georgia who's there at the show and feeding me information, but with the crowd, just not too big and not too loud. Not what I hear anyway. I am hoping this match actually doesn't end, and if the Wyatts are there, they actually show up. And if they wanted to do like a proper WYATT entrance and then like a beat down of all 4 of them, you would have to do that probably like in like 10 minutes. Give it like 5-6 minutes and go off the air like that. I don't know. If they don't show, that's a short for sure. I don't know. We'll see. The dive train. All right, they're picture in picture. 10:44. I mean, probably the last commercial. At least it's probably the last commercial. At least it's picture in picture, so you see what's going on. Axiom is doing this thing right now. Oh, nice move by Dawkins. Dawkins has improved a hell of a lot. I mean, I'm not saying they should ever break the group up, but if they did, I would feel more confident about Dawkins as a single, as I would have before, because he looks a lot better. Just saying. I'm not saying they will, but nice spring senton there by Montez. Tez. Profits in control. 10:45. I'm definitely going to have something to say about that and clip it if it doesn't happen. For both. Still could happen, but why would they be there and nothing? Like, it'd be a waste. I mean, are they like filming a promo? Are they filming promos or something? I guess maybe. Maybe. Good Lord, with commercials. I don't care if it's picture in picture. The commercials are filling. least you're not really away from the match, but damn. Come on, it's almost the end of the show. Well, we're either going to get a quick ending in the next 10 minutes or we're getting the WYATTs because they're there. So. We're going to have to get frantic here in a minute. It's 10:48. We're going to have to start getting frantic here. Still friggin' added another match to tomorrow night, so my prediction video is almost moot. Because they did add another match, and I honestly don't know what they're going to do with that. Are they really going to have Chelsea win the title back that quick? They could. Just so they could say, like, a title changed on a big show. Maybe. All right, so let's start getting frantic here. It's 10:40. It's like 10:50. That was perfectly executed, by the way. Perfectly. Bit of a sling blade there. Standing. Wow. Standing moonsault. Okay. Was it a fake out? We could say it's a fake out, but nah, I don't think it was. I just don't think Tez was ready. Just Fraser was like smart enough to make it look like it wasn't. Okay. What the fuck? It's 10:51. Why are you doing commercials again? It is literally 10:51. You're like 7 minutes away from the end of the show, and you're picture-in-picture commercials in a title match. That shit makes no logical sense. So basically, like the climax part of the match, more or less, is happening now in a picture-in-picture during commercials. How the hell are you going to... Well, there's your negative for the night, I guess. That was like a sidewalk slam there from Dawkins. Kick out. Cody's dead. My prediction is spot on for Cody. It's tomorrow. All right, come on, wrap up the commercials. It's literally 10:53. You've got 5 minutes at best before the show ends. I can't believe they're really doing this shit. Picture-in-picture commercials with 5 minutes tops left in the show. That is so stupid. Very stupid. Literally, it's 10:54. You've got 4 to 5 minutes at best, and you're doing commercials. Like, what kind of shit is this? Come on, you only have a few minutes left, so fighting. Yeah, we get it. They're not going like this. I was clever. Nice reversal there. You've got like 2 minutes left. What are we doing here? Are you actually going to run over it by a couple minutes? Even then, you still only have 5 minutes tops. Oh. Okay. That was a finish, too. Montez kicked out. All right. $10:57. Like, even if you get a couple minutes run over, you only got a few minutes left. Like, you gotta end this. Oh, Frazier saved the pit. Wow. It's 10:58. Like, how much you got? How much is there? He's going to hit Spanish Fly. Yep. Montez Ford broke that up and got taken out. They're just, it's like 10:59. What are we doing? What's going on? DIY? Okay. Oh, the lights are out. The lights went out. The lights went out. It could. I was told right. I was told right. It's the Wyatts. Oh shit! It's the Wyatts. The Wyatts. It's the Wyatts. Nikki? What's? Stop bleeping it out. The mandible claw. So they did show, and they went over. Sister Abigail. Wow. All right. Now we're cooking. All right. Now we're fucking cooking. They went over and we got the Wyatts. I was told correct. And there's a birthday cake in the ring for Bray. That was good. That was good. I'm okay. I was wondering what that was going on there. So that was accurate. That was accurate. Okay. All right. I'm good with that. That was so. You know what? I was gonna give. That was gonna be like a B minus grade, but I'm gonna give that an A minus. That was wow. Okay. My boy called it. My boy called it right. My boy called it right. My person who was at the show in the arena, not a very big arena because they weren't that loud. You could tell they weren't that loud. But my person at the show said that Cody's bus was there, and that's Bray's birthday, and the Wyatts were there. And I was thinking, okay, maybe they're just gonna film some stuff. That's why they're there, because it clearly didn't look like they were gonna show up, and they showed up. So, I mean, shit. Money Bank qualifiers were good. I think the right people won. You could argue for Aleister Black, but I mean, LA Knight won. Giulia won. Jacob, Carmelo, and Andrade next week. Andrade is definitely not winning. Carmelo, probably not. He certainly would make the match more interesting. I'm not going to say he wouldn't be if he was in it, but I think this is set up for Jacob to win, for Jacob and Solo to kind of clash some more, and let's get that breakup going and like move on from it. Hopefully at Money in the Bank, that's when they more or less do it, or pretty much do it. But I mean, I said I was told by someone in the arena, Cody Rhodes' bus was there. He didn't show up, but the Wyatts were there because it was it's Bray's birthday, and they showed up. All the tag teams were out there, Chaos, and the Wyatts showed up and took them all out. Finally, we get the Wyatts back, and clearly they're going to be in the tag division for now, and I have no issue with that because put two together and cool. The tag team division is cooking. So, totally happy there. That was definitely like one of the two highlights of the night was that and R-Truth promo. R-Truth was cooked. And in a good way. Like his promo, he cooked. He absolutely cooked. The stuff he said about John Cena was all true. What he feels like he has to do. Basically said, if I have to, I'm going to beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect back into your ass. Pause. That was excellent promo. That ending was wild. I don't want to blame the crowd for making it feel less than, because it was a smaller arena and it was like, they said sold out, but like, from what I was told by the person I know that's actually at Smackdown tonight in Savannah, like that place is 9,500-ish for a sellout, so they just can't be that loud, I guess. And they just kind of weren't that loud for that. So it did take, for me, it takes a tiny bit away from the Wyatt's appearance, because the crowd just wasn't big enough, or just wasn't, and I guess, wasn't heated enough to like pop that loud, that big of a pop for them. They did the best they could. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they were bad. It just wasn't enough. But I mean, damn, we got good matches all night. We had good graphs all night. We got lead in tomorrow night's show. They added a match to tomorrow night's show. So apparently we're getting Zelina and Chelsea Green rematch for the women's U.S. title. We know women's Money in the Bank qualifier next week is Nia, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. That should be really good. The men's Money in the Bank qualifier shouldn't be bad, but it's Jacob, Carmelo, and Andrade. Andrade is not winning. We know this. Andrade is not going to win that match. He's not. I'm guessing there's a small chance Carmelo could win that match, but small chance. But realistically speaking, Jacob's winning that match to push it forward with him and Solo in there. I don't think either one of them are going to win the match. Jacob could win the Money in the Bank briefcase, but I think it's just to get that, to push that split up to the next level and get it closer to happening, so we finally get it. But that'll be good. John Cena is going to be on the show next week, and I would guess Cody Rhodes is going to be on the show next week, because I think Cody Rhodes is going to be on Saturday night's main event tomorrow night. I predicted it. I called it. I think Cody Rhodes is going to appear, because confirmed information, he has been at the last two Smackdowns. His bus has been there. I had confirmation tonight from somebody who was actually at the show that Cody Rhodes' bus was there, but no Cody. So that probably means Cody will be in Tampa tomorrow night. And I already called it. I think Truth is going to get obliterated, and Cody's going to interfere. Well, not interfere, but Cody's going to come out and save Truth and get in Cena's space, and we're going to head towards some sort of tag match or something at Money in the Bank, which will inevitably lead towards the Cody match. But we got all that. We got Bianca Belair's back next week. Don't know what they're going to do with that. I don't know if is she going to turn? Is she going to help Jade? Is she going to help Naomi? Is she just going to be stuck in the middle? Don't know. But next week's show's looking good. This show was really good. I would say it was really good. I wouldn't call it an A+ show, but it was really good. The matches were good. The right people won the qualifiers, as far as I'm concerned. LA Knight, fine. Yeah. You don't want to derail him. He's too over. Giulia won, great. The Charlotte spiral continues. Don't know where they're going with it, but it's a halfway interesting Charlotte Flair story, which is not something you can regularly say about Charlotte Flair at all, much less since she's come back, is like something of a story, and that's what it seems like they're doing with her, is a bit of a story where like she's plummeting and people are telling her and they're calling her out like she ain't what she was, and they're starting to kind of build layers to that, and it's actually not terrible where like Charlotte just isn't getting it done. She's not getting it done, and she continues to not get it done, and people are pointing it out to her. And I don't want it to lead to like Charlotte Flair at the top again. I don't at all want it to lead to her being at the top again. But at least if Charlotte Flair is going to get back to like, you know, contention or a title match, or maybe she gets involved in the U.S. title because it's a belt she never won, like to build herself back up a little bit because she's spiraling, and I'm cool with that. That is some storytelling, and it's not outrageous. It's not, I mean, it's not that compelling, but for Charlotte Flair, it's fine. Like, it's some story for her, and it makes some sense. So, cool on that one. I don't know who's next for Tiffany. Is Bianca going to be involved? I guess we'll find that out next week when Bianca comes back. The main event was really good, except for the commercial breaks and the stupid picture-in-picture crap that they did. But like I said, I was told by somebody there that the Wyatts were there, and it was Bray's birthday, so like, and Bo was healthy. That's why they weren't on TV, because Bo was injured, so they didn't really have much of anything to do, or didn't have a plan. I guess now they have a plan, because DIY got involved in the tag title match, and then the Machine Guns got involved in the tag title match, and then the lights went out, and here are the Wyatts. The Wyatts are back, and the Wyatts took out everybody. And I'm totally okay with them being back and being involved in the tag picture for now. I don't know about Bo, because Bo is better than that as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, for now, if that's what they want to do, is have them go after all the tag teams and target all of them, that just makes SmackDown's tag team division like completely volcanically fire. All those teams, now you add the Wyatts, who could be any combination as a team for the tag belts. Sign me the fuck up, take my money. I'm totally happy. That ending was fucking lit. I'm hyped. The Wyatts are back. That was great. Really good SmackDown. SmackDown next week looks like it's gonna be kind of a banger too, because now you're looking at Cody, the Wyatts, Bianca returns, Cena's on the show, 2 Money in the Bank qualifier matches. One, honestly, I think the women's match is going to be better than the men's one. I don't see how Jade, Naomi, and Nia isn't going to be pretty solid, if not like really good. I mean, the men's one isn't going to be bad. It's just like Carmelo and Andrade. It's like, okay. Carmelo has some shot, I suppose. Like, I'll give him like 15-20% to win that match, but realistically, it's going to be Jacob to further that friction. But I mean, good show. We got the Wyatts. Holy shit. That's definitely something I'm going to have to talk about. I'm going to have to make a short out of that or something like that, whether it's the reaction to it or, you know, whatever. I'm going to have to make something out of that. I'll get to that. But, yeah. Good night. Solid night. I was seeing 10 to 12 in here. A much livelier chat than usual. I cannot be happy about how this went today. We got some new people. That was great. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, the socials, you know, commentary position at TCP Wrestling on Instagram, on X, my my X account, Tony the Real. I'll put them in the description, along with timestamps for all the parts of the show, including the WYATT's return. So if you want to go back and watch, if you don't want to find it on YouTube and you tune into this, I'll timestamp that so you can see it, like, as it happened. If you want to do that, I'll add that and the socials and all that good stuff at the end. But yeah, excellent show. SmackDown's been improving. I don't want to hear anybody hate Road Dogg for the writing and the booking of these shows because they've been really good. You can't say anything. Like the last month or so, SmackDown's been good. I'm not saying it's amazing, like Attitude Era SmackDown amazing, or even like the SmackDown 6 amazing, but let's be honest, SmackDown's been pretty good for the last month or so. Nope, can't hate on Road Dogg for this. Can't hate on the booking for this. It's been pretty solid. Like, without really Cena or much of Orton or no Cody, no Roman, any of that crap, like, they're focusing on the women. They're focusing on the tag division. They're focusing on, the U.S. title and those names. That's great. So, I mean, thumbs up. Good show. Anyway, I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm tired, and I've got some stuff to add and stuff to make. I got to get I need a WYATT reaction up or something. Make a short, whatever. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I see 10 likes. Let's see that. I see that up. That is great. The viewership was up. I saw 10 and 12 tonight. That's great. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the new people. I appreciate all the people who normally watch me. I appreciate Chris. I appreciate you showing up. If you happen to watch this after, appreciate you showing up. Been a great night, everybody. And let's make tomorrow better than tonight. Let's try to get this one stream up to like 15 likes. I know it's at 10, but let's try to get this one to like 15. And then let's see if we can do better tomorrow than tonight. Because we got Saturday night's main event tomorrow. It's a shorter show. We got 5 matches. I predicted 4. I didn't know about the one that was going to get added, but that's okay. It'll be a good show. But yeah, appreciate everybody for coming out. I love y'all. I will see you tomorrow night for Saturday night's main event. Everybody stay blessed. Get your rest. Come back and see me tomorrow.